FBI is investigating a wave of bomb threats and hoax emergency calls targeting the president-elect's top cabinet picks.
Several nominees for Donald Trump's incoming administration have received threats, including bomb threats. According to a spokesperson for the president-elect, the FBI said it has been made aware of the threats.
How serious do you take this?
Certainly. I take it very seriously, but I think the big question is, how seriously is the FBI going to take this?
Hey there, Ro here. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the intersection of real estate, AI, and the economy. So today's topic is a big one: violent threats against Trump's cabinet nominees. I know the title may be a little bit intense, but here's the twist. These are uncertain times for real estate. Trump policies have historically been a net positive for investors, but if political turmoil delays or stops these policies, we could lose some powerful advantages. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's at stake and how to position yourself in your portfolio for the better success in 2025. Let's start with the headlines. Multiple outlets, including the Associated Press and the New York Times, reported that Trump cabinet's nominees have been targeted by bomb threats and sweating attacks. So these threats are raising concerns about political stability as the new administration transitions into power. So for us real estate investors, this matters because political stability directly impacts confidence in the economy and the interest rates and the government ability to implement real estate friendly policies, right? So if this turmoil slows things down, and that Trump taking, proper controlled power, it could create ripple effects that we need to prepare for.
President-elect Trump's choice for Attorney General, his chief of staff, and his picks to lead the Pentagon and the Commerce Department. Matt Gaetz, who was the nominee for Attorney General before he withdrew from consideration, was also targeted.
All right, now let's talk about why the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, or TCJA, is so important. So Trump wants to make this law permanent. This is going to expire next year. So here is why it matters. So for real estate, specifically, I want to mention four things. One is actually a downside, but one of them is actually, or three of the first three are actually good things. So number one is the pass-through income deduction. So if you own property through an LLC or a partnership, you get to deduct 20% of your profits. So for example, if you have $100,000 in rental income, you're only taxed on $80,000, and that's a big tax savings that can boost your cash flow for sure. So number two is bonus depreciation. This allows you to write off 100% of eligible property cost immediately, so instead of over the years. Of course, that's going to help with your cash flow, keeping more money. So again, you can reinvest that money into your business. So number three are opportunity zones. So these are areas that provide tax incentives for investing in the economically struggling regions. So if you hold investment in these zones long enough, you can actually defer or even eliminate certain taxes. So again, these are incentives. And then the fourth one is the SALT, or SALT, and that is actually a cap. So and this is actually a downside. The TCJA capped state and local tax deductions at $10,000, which hurt property owners in high tax states like California and New York. So, but taxes aren't the only point here. So Trump's broader economic policies have historically been good for real estate, including regulatory rollbacks, and that's when Trump's administration has actually focused on reducing red tape, making it easier and cheaper to actually develop properties. And it has been friendly, his policies have been friendly with interest rates in terms of policies that encourage low borrowing costs, make it easier for investors to access financial deals, and while probably tariffs, and Trump wants to do tariffs, could increase construction costs in some cases, they have limited long-term impact on the housing market. So the real risk is that with all of these distractions and problems and scandals, right, with um, these attacks on his nominees, that this is actually going to block, right, some of his fitness or restore some of these policies that were lost during the previous Biden administration. So, how can you position yourself to win even if things change? So, you gotta maximize tax benefits, like take full advantage of the TCJA provisions while they are still active and in place, right? So, plan your investment to capitalize on deductions and depreciation. Again, talk to CPA. I'm not CPA, right? But talk to him or to her so you can actually claim those deductions. Now, number two, diversify strategically, right? So, you gotta focus on assets in areas with favorable tax policies and considered opportunity zone that that are still active. So opportunity zones are important if you want to invest there. Number three, stay informed, right? You gotta monitor how political events unfold, like you're doing right now with this video, and be ready to adapt your strategy, right? So staying ahead of the curve is key to maintaining profitability and actually win in the next year, 2025. Is real estate investment in problem? Are real estate investors in problem because of these things are happening? So, at the end of the day, I don't think so. We have already seen during the Trump campaign that he has multiple assassination attempts, and we were fine, right? He won the election, and we have a nicer outlook for our policies and for the country in general and the economy for next year. So I don't really think it's going to affect much, but it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that we are, at this stage, really dealing with these kind of problems. Like people are going to get and take power, and it was a legit election. It was a landslide election, and then we're having these problems of some group of people trying to do these threats. So the FBI is doing its part, is investigating, and we're going to leave that to them. But is this going to have economic impact or a long-lasting effect? I hope not. I don't think so. So with this, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and like this channel. Again, I'm just starting out to post content, so this is going to really help a lot. And of course, just leave any comment there with what are you thinking about this. Do you believe this is actually going to impact in some way the real estate landscape? Things like this, not just this specific headline, but stuff like this, all of this turmoil and this uncertainty that's part of the country feels, and it creates all of this instability, just to put a label on it. But anyways, I'll just say bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.